Morning, everyone. It's Future Joker here. Just want to give you a heads up that I recorded this video yesterday, 2 days ago. I didn't record it today, I'll tell you that much. So some of the things I say in here are now outdated, just like the dark stuff being still available. They're gone now, obviously. So just want to give you a heads up, don't be confused. We are halfway through the wind meta now, and there are no more dark events or banners up that I'm aware of. Let's check. Oh, but another error has occurred, so there's something else. So yeah, just want to give it a heads up. Let's move on to the actual video. Have fun. Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today I want to compare the end of the dark meta units versus what I can assume is probably the midway point for the wind meta. Where does the wind team stack up against the dark team? How is the quality of unit individually and the team comps? And just how well are the events scaled towards each team? This game's been out a month and a half, and we're only in the second meta change, so we haven't had a lot of options. And the dark meta technically doesn't end for another 10 hours or so. But playing through this entire game since launch, I have noticed a few things about this game as a whole. And that is, not every unit is created equal. Not every new release unit is better than the last. In fact, sometimes I think they kind of took a few steps backwards. And that's kind of how I feel about this current dark meta, or this current wind meta. I'm just not impressed with these new units. Maid Rimuru does not impress me. Valentine does not impress me. The Christmas Shuna does not impress me. The free-to-play Shion, I don't use her. She's on this team mainly for just the buff, because she doesn't impress me either. I liked Benimaru more. I liked, Dragon Milla more. And yes, they are hype. They are much more hype units. I totally get that, and you could say I'm a little biased because of that. But for not hype units, what they should be doing is they should be making their kits infinitely better, or at least much better. That way it gives people a reason to summon, not because the events that you're going to drop need wind types, so here's a bunch of wind types, and if they're okay, then they're just okay. And that's not how you want to run the game. The dark meta was good, one, because it's all we knew at that one point, but also it's because that overall, it was better tailored. The dark team is a much more cohesive team overall. And while we are still only halfway through December, we just got notification today that there is not going to be a new wind unit released this week, which is good because it gives people, another week to save up crystals, to farm out the whatever events they have left, because Crucible comes out on Friday. And then next week is Christmas week almost, right? Yeah, next week is Christmas week. Saturday. I assume they're going to drop a Christmas unit next week. It's a safe assumption. Most gacha games do. I know they've already dropped, Valentine and Shion and all that, but it's a safe assumption. They're skipping a week for some filler banners. They're going to put out a unit next week, and probably going to be another wind unit to go along with the meta. But I don't like this team. It's built for long events, I guess, is what you could probably say about it. But the thing is, most events, you don't want to go on that long. You don't have the HP, you don't have the regen. And while this team does have a healer, Valentine, 25%, and then scaling skill cost, and sometimes you just get totally unlucky. Like right here, I have almost a full hand of green, which is great. Because I'm going to do this. And now I have a full hand. And now it's damage buffed by 5%. And I get the meter increase, which is awesome. But sometimes you get stuck with blue and orange souls, and you have no way to change those because the skill cost is too high. And if you can't get green to get your skill points up, then you're just stuck. And what I've noticed about this team is that the bosses, like the conquest boss you need to use wind on, he nerfs green skills. He nerfs the whole point of this team. So you need to bring Alice so you can stun him turn 1, and then, that's a 30% chance if you have her maxed out. That's not what I would call great. And then for this event, if you go long enough, he nerfs everything else. He nerfs your ults, he nerfs the blue skills, he nerfs the orange skills, and so you're stuck only using the greens. But if it doesn't give you greens and you don't have enough skill points to change to greens, what are you supposed to do? I've had to quit runs on this Predator battle because it went on for too long, and I want the max rewards. Like right here, yeah, blue is nerfed, ults are nerfed. I have 3 greens, which is great. I'm gonna use Princess Shuna to get my guard up. But at the same time, if I was using the dark team, the Orc of Disaster changes green to oranges, Beretta changes blue to oranges. You've got 2 changers right there. And yeah, the free-to-play Shuna changes, and Valentine changes. She's the first one to change 2 different souls into 1, which is cool for extra 5 skill points, and you get some meter out of it. But I don't know about this team. I would rather have the burst damage from the dark team and having their ults almost always accessible because I'm changing so much, than having this team try and get this incremental 5%, 5%, 5% with each skill, which each costs more and more points, which if you don't get greens, then you can't get those up, and then you're just stuck with basic skills. I don't like this team at all. Now let's finish this up and let's take a look at the dark team and get a comparison, because we can see we're on turn 5, we're only halfway up there, we have an ult that's nerfed, we have 2 blues that are nerfed. So yeah, let's take a break, and I'll cut and come back with the dark team on their conquest battle. Never mind, before we go into the dark team, let's just take a look at this turn. That was immediately after I started the cut. I have a full Shuna orb, I have full skill points, but I have a handful of blues and oranges are nerfed. So at most, I could come over here, I could swap out, I could change with Valentine and get an orange and a blue to green, and then I could bring in Shuna to get the other 2 blues into greens, and I'd have a hand of 4 greens and 2 nerfed oranges. And that would be most of my skill points right there. And we're on turn 6, and we're still not even to the second to last bar of the Predator rate. I don't want to sit here and do this all day. 5 attempts on this can take forever, and I'm not going in for dupes because they don't make the unit that much better. I went for dupes on Dark Millen because I like Dark Millen. This team, though, it's not worth it. I don't know about this team. So let's put my money where my mouth is. Let's do that. So 50 points right there because we've already done it once. So let's change those. And then we'll probably swap her out since she's so low, and we'll bring in Shuna. And we'll change these blues, 25 points right there. And now we're down to 25 skill points. And a hand of this. We'll get the guard. And we'll get the meter increase. Can we do anything else? I don't even remember what Xion does. I know she heals herself and she gives the 5%. So I guess we could do that. Let's swap out Hakuro. No, because he's almost close to an ult. Let's swap out Shuna again. And she pierce resistance. So, but healing right now is a waste. We'd only be buffing the skill by 5%. I don't know how much difference that'll make us, but hell, let's do it anyway. There we go. 0 heal right there, another 5%. So how much high is this? Increase damage by 10%. This will get us into barely in a top bar, but they guarded, so now we're going to lose it. And now look at our hand. Oranges and blues and a nerfed ult. With... I think I could change with Shuna, but I would only change one orb, because no one changes orange skills except Valentine, but her skill cost now is like 85, and I don't have enough points to do that. Not what I would call an effective team. It's fully based on RNG, more so than the Dark team. That's why I don't like this team, this right here. And we're back. Alright, so I am taking a modified Dark team into the same Conquest event, Predator Battle, just to see how well it does, if I like it more. Yes, I know it kind of puts them at a disadvantage because of typing and everything, but I've got Windmill him here still. She can still do it, but I've got Trainee to heal, Windmill him because she's got type advantage and she's got the alt buff, and then I have my 3 mainstays of my Dark team. Got my maxed out Dragon Millum, free-to-play Benimaru, and Beretta. So let's just take a look at what we can do right here. Honestly, again, can't really do a lot. We could orb change with Beretta, but I kind of want to get these greens out of here first. And I just kind of want to see how much damage we take from this Sky Dragon. I mean, honestly, that looks about the same damage as if I were using a wind team. I'm not going to lie to you. So now, this is probably a best time to use this orb changing now. Blues to orange, and we have almost a full hand. And I hate counters. Counters are the bane of my existence in this game. So yeah, we're not doing a whole lot of, well, that was a crit. Not doing a whole lot of damage to the boss. And okay, that was a lot of damage to Benimaru. Dear lord. Okay, so let's drop Beretta out. Let's get a heal in here. And then it looks like we can probably ult with both Benimaru and Millum. Yeah. So I'm not really trying to win this run. That's not my goal here. I just want to show off how well this team works together. And so he's nerfed souls in the back. I think he's nerfed blues, but I have no blues. I just have ults and I have oranges, which is what this team runs off of. I mean, already, I am just experiencing a lot more fun on this team, personally. Whether or not it works on this specific stage, probably not. But during their own Predator battle, this team worked fantastic. I never had a problem. I made it to turn like 5, and I was done. And with the wind team, I'm going to turn 8, turn 9. Is it because my units are not fully maxed out like this team is? That could be part of it. Am I enjoying this build a lot more? Yeah. Because I want to see flashy ultimates. I don't want to see green skills all the time. If I even get them. Now, this is an AoE. I'm pretty sure Benimaru will die. Can I heal again? I can heal again. I still think Benimaru's gonna die. But I want to launch this entire thing out. Just to see how far we get. So we got Benimaru, we're just gonna skip all these. So we're up to the 3rd bar. Almost to the 4th bar. And then it's gonna drop tremendously after this ult. And he guarded the last hit, of course. Alright. Oh wow, actually we didn't die. Alright, yeah, he's still nerfed blue souls, but I still don't have blue souls. And we can use this, increase our skill points, and we can change that 1 green to orange. We have another full hand of orange. So now, I'm gonna bring out Windmillum, and we're gonna go ham. We're gonna lower his dark defense. Do I do that? I only have 2 people dark that are attacking. What skills can I possibly use? I can use crit resistance, soul of combos. No, that's the alt. This is guard penetration. No, we can just run like this. Actually, hold on. That's own crit rate. Yeah, we're gonna run like this. And we're halfway through the 4th bar almost. And we have 2 ults that are nerfed, but pretty sure, yeah, we have enough points to use Win Millam's attack buff. And we can do all 3 of these. We can lower his dark defense. We can boost our super attack damage. And look, we have a full hand. These are all greens, yes. That's what the Win team, strives off of. But at the same time, I was not struggling to choose orbs this entire run. I'm not struggling to do damage. I'm struggling to survive because he hits really hard because it's type neutral. Yes. But overall, this is a much better showing than the last 4 runs on this Predator stage I had with the Win team. Am I getting the same rewards? No, because it's not boosted rates on Dark, but I don't care. I just want the soul boost thingamabobbers at the end of the day. So we're going to launch this, and I'm just going to giggle. Dark Mill again. Boom, 12,000 damage right there. We're almost to the final bar. 8,000 because it's an AoE, and then I've got all these, yeah, and now we're maxed out. And look at that. Look at that. We did it with a Dark team and 1 Wind unit. Was that Wind unit a summonable unit? Yes. Was that Wind unit level 96? Yes. Can a lot of other players match this team? Probably not. Not unless you're a whale. But I got an S rank using a non-optimal team on a specific meta event. And I had a much more fun time. I apologize for all the sound that's in the background because landscapers want to come every single damn day. But I think I made my point here. The Dark team is viable still, regardless. And I just enjoy the Dark team more than I do the Wind team. And I just can't get around that. Unless the next Wind unit that drops is supremely broken, I don't know. I don't know if this Wind unit did it for me. I don't know if this Wind meta did it for me. Hopefully the space meta, which I think might come next with, the final release of the next Octagram points for Space Millam. Hopefully that's next, and we can use a combined Wind space team and see how that does. But for now, let me know in the comments what you think of, the Dark meta versus the Wind meta and the state of the game. Otherwise, take it easy, everyone, and I'll see you later.